How are you? Welcome, welcome to the channel. Good to see you. Good to see you. What's good? What's good? Okay, where was okay. So welcome, welcome to the channel. This is Clarity Empress, the Empress of Clarity, here to bring you a collective energy reading for my Clarity Empress Collective. I hope you are all doing well. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and ring that bell so you are notified every time I come on. We're gonna get started right now. Yes, tomorrow is going to be better. Tonight is going to be awesome. So how you doing? How are you? Get my claw fixed. Can you hear me okay? Okay. All right. So, the downloaded message is that you are unstoppable and you'll never again accept less than what you are worth. And that's because you know this. So we about to unpack it. Okay. Okay. We're getting ready to unpack that message. So, spirit, the algorithm gods have really been it's I don't know if it's just for me or for the channel, but they have been having me focus on self-worth more so now than ever. Um and the channel message was really about understanding your self-worth and not settling, right? So, what it put me in the mind of when someone settles with somebody because they're afraid to lose them. You know what I mean? In a way that a person won't share their dislikes or their concerns or whatever because they're scared that if they stand up for themselves, the other person will threaten to leave or will actually leave. So it puts this person in a place of compromising on their own personal beliefs and their own self-worth. And spirit is like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for coming to the channel, y'all. Okay, I see 15 in here. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so you are notified every time I come on. But we unpacking our self-worth tonight, y'all. Spirit said you are unstoppable. And what they also said is there is somebody in your energy that wants to win you back, and I had to change the title because they want to win you back, but they want to do it without effort. Spirit said, maintain your standards, maintain your self worth. Do not fold for somebody because you like them or you love them or you care about them. Don't fold. You know what I'm saying? Maintain because ultimately you will pay in the end if you fold to somebody just because you care, just because you like them, just because they sweet to you on occasion. You know what I'm saying? Nah, spirit said keep your stand 10 toes down. Okay, keep your boundaries, keep your integrity, and stand 10 toes down. Damn real, never forward because you are the prize, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me do a little. Okay. All right, Spirit, give me a message for the collective. So we starting off with what's these things called? Crazy sexy love notes. Messages from your wise and fabulous inner self. Okay. Okay. But yeah, we're not folding over here, collective. No. We look at the first card on the on the deck is accept yourself. And it says, because I love the author of this Whoever made this deck did a good job. Um, it says, while there's time and a place for self improvement, today's focus is on everything that's already great about you. Let go of who you think you should be and fall madly in love with who you are at this moment. When you accept yourself exactly as you are, you shift from living for tomorrow to appreciating today. Accept yourself, sweetheart. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It is about love. What's up, Black Cherry? Like I don't speak to you 50 billion times a day. Hey, girl. What's up, sis? All right, let me pin your comp. Can I pin from here? Pin, yes. I'm on the computer and the phone, y'all. Doing the damn thing. All right, Spirit. Goddess Retrieval. Good evening. Welcome into the spiritual lounge tonight. How are you, family? All right, Spirit, give me a message for the collective. What we need to know. Wishes fulfilled. Remember we used to wish on these when we was a kid? Your wishes have been germinating. They are deeply planted in the soul of the loving universe, and fulfillment is here or just around the corner. But faith is required. When we put ourselves out there, it's easy to get deflated if what we want doesn't materialize right away. Have confidence. You are more than capable of manifesting your deepest desires. It is all happening, dear one. You are unstoppable, collective, right? We all have roadblocks, we all have blockages and delays, but we are still unstoppable at the end of the day when we live our life authentically, right? When we're not sitting there letting somebody dictate to us how we should feel about ourselves, especially our self worth. Spirit said the person in the past energy who wants to win your attention back is somebody who challenged your self worth by the way they handled you, things that they said, things that they did. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't done with integrity or respect, really, or even what's the word? Oh man, it escaped me. Oh, consideration. Yeah, that's a big thing. And spirit keeps giving me that word, so I gotta use it. But consideration. A lot of times when your self-work gets activated, me in a way that you have to remember it more because someone has triggered you in a way, you realize that a lot of times in that situation, that person was not giving you consideration. This person might have been, let's just say they pretend to be interested in you, but long enough to steer you back to what they got going on. They weren't genuinely interested. This person would study you for the purpose of them having access to you, but not study you to understand who you are, what you're about. You know what I'm saying? Um, this person would, try to see how perhaps they can control the situation or put the ball in their court, so to speak, but not really be genuinely interested in you, who you are, and what you're about. You know what I mean? Kind of like, oh, how was your day? Oh, okay. Let me tell you about my day. Like, okay, well, I mean, I never even finished my statement. They didn't care. Inconsiderate. This person don't care about you. You got to care about you, spirit saying. They might care. They care about what you can do for them, okay? But we talking somebody needs to show up and care about you. Well, spirit said, yeah, if you want this person in your life, they would have to show up and care about you. However, long as you care about you, that's all that matters. Okay. What's up, Lati? How you doing? Yes, what's up, beautiful family? Welcome, welcome to the channel. Hey y'all, hey y'all. All right, look, you are awesome. This says your greatest relationship is the one you have with yourself. What did I just say? What I said, whether they come back or not, it don't even matter as long as you love yourself. I can't make it up. It says the greatest relationship is the one you have with yourself. Build it, strengthen it, praise yourself, share what makes you proud. Your beaming light, your beaming delight will help others shift from a glass half empty thinking to heck, I'm pretty awesome too. You know what I mean? Jenny Holland, how are you? Good day to you as well. Welcome into the spiritual lounge. Thank you for coming. All right, tell me more, Spirit. Tell me how awesome we are in this collective, huh? Oh, dang, that's shout out. Give each other space. Okay, so this is the challenge and the lesson position. If you ever watch my channel, you'll notice that most of my readings are 5 card spread, right? So we got uh previous energy, current energy, and hidden energy, and then we also have the challenge and the lesson. Likely outcome is coming, and then we have overall energy. Anyway, it says give each other space. Remember, I talked about this other person that wants to win your attention, your trust, that wants to win you back. Anyway, it says sometimes it's hard to work out our differences when we don't have enough space. So take a step back to create room for authentic conversation. Perhaps you need to consult with a therapist to guide you through the emotional thicket, or maybe you just need some new tools for healthy communication. Whatever it is, don't try to fix it right now. Give each other space. No problem. Well, you are definitely welcome here in the spiritual lounge. So, giving each other space, you sometimes for your own mental health, you got to back off of people. People who don't, like I said, consider you or give you consideration. That turns into a one side or is a one-sided relationship when you realize that you are always the second, what I'm saying, second in thought, last in thought, or whatever the case may be, you're not a priority. Okay. Hey, what's up, Michelle? How you doing? Welcome to the channel tonight. How you doing? Welcome to the family tonight. Family. That's cousin Michelle. Now we got 2 other tarot readers that I know for sure on this channel. Let me just go ahead and mention y'all right now. And that is Life Mantra Tarot. And then we got Tara's and Wheat Tarot Show. So make sure you go ahead and like, follow, subscribe over there. Check out their readings. They have amazing readers. They both are amazing readers. But yeah, check them out, y'all. So yeah, so tell me more, Spirit. What's the likely outcome of what's happening? Because I feel like your self-worth is what the image and the download I got is that your self-worth is transcending anything about your old person, the person that you're not with at the moment, the person that may have gotten you to question your self-worth. It's transcending that, meaning you don't live for them or you don't require them in your life. You don't need them for anything. And if they were to reapproach you in any way, it wouldn't necessarily amount to a reconciliation of any sort. Because, one, if the person hasn't done any work on themselves, you're not going to be interested at all. Spirit said you will be more than likely unbothered by anything they have to say or offer because you already know who this is and what they're about. Tell me more, Spirit. So it says be present. It says your full presence is the greatest gift you can give yourself and others. Life is happening right now, in this moment. Today is the only day that matters. Anchor yourself in the now and give yourself all the notice and details and drink in the sweetness. Be present. Now, here's the other thing. If you're not If you're focused on yourself, right, of being healthy in the mind, body, and soul, right? That's your focus. You're not being selfish. You're not being, narcissistic or anything like that. But it is narcissist. I can't even say it right. Narcissism is also ingrained in everybody for self protection, right? But being a narcissist is a different thing. Okay. But what I'm saying is that You're not being so selfish that you don't care about others. But the bottom line is it's time to pull your energy back and focus on yourself. It's not time to be worried about what somebody else got going on. And I just keep hearing that if you come across your person in the past, most of y'all are going to be unbothered. And there's not going to be that anxious energy of, well, pick me or, oh, they're coming back. No, 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 no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I feel like it's either that you've been to a lot of cycles or enough cycles in your lifetime to know that if a person does not value you, you can pull your energy back. You can call it all back to you. Focus on yourself. You know what I'm saying? And not allow that person to bother you. Get under your skin. None of that. But Spirit said they are very bothered. Okay, bottom of the deck. Decide. Oh, this five feathers is giving five of swords energy. Anyway, it says it's time to make a decision. Being on the fence drains your energy. No matter what you choose, it will be the exact right thing for your spiritual path. Channel your energy. Be decisive. Learn, grow, and decide. So you got to also decide to live in the now. You know what I'm saying? You got to decide to live in the now, to focus on you, to not be worried about being compared to others. Because that's the five of swords energy with this five feathers is giving me. It's like you decide. They don't get to decide. You're not an option. Okay. You're not second string to anybody. You're not a break in case of emergency. You're not on the shelf. You are wholly for you. And the more authentic you are, the more you will attract those who are also attracted to your authenticity, right? Because they resonate with you. That means they're living in their authentic self as well. You get what I'm saying? So whoever, your previous person, whoop, Lord, whoever your previous person was or is, right? It's not about them no more. You're not in that energy of, there's no anxiety of waiting on them to return. There's no anxiety that, if they said, I want to be in your life again, that you feel like you have to, you know, do it. That's subsided. That's, to the wayside. What's up, Carmen? Black Cherry said, hey, bite. So yeah, you're not feeling anybody more than you feeling yourself now. You're not going to put anybody above you. Okay? So that's what we talking here. We are accepting that self-worth and then recognizing what it says that you are pretty damn awesome. Look at this. You are awesome. The gang is out tonight, right? Gang, gang. We out here. All right. Where y'all from in the world? Shout out your country, state, place of origin. Shout it out. We are in the building tonight. So yeah, Spirit is not really, playing with you no more because they see you not playing about yourself. If your energy was redirected and it wasn't just you, Spirit is saying, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for you choosing yourself. I'm proud of you for listening to your intuition and the guidance that we've been trying to tell you because you are more important. As much as you might love somebody else, love you more. Because no one can love you more than you. No one. Florida, what up? Michigan, Cali in the building. Connecticut. Word, Chi-Town in this bitch. What's up? We got Ohio in the building. We got Jersey in the building. Recognize. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome to the spiritual lounge. All right, tell me more, Spirit. Oh, let me just give the disclaimer. In the spiritual lounge, we unpack tarot, oracle cards, psychology, and sometimes when we feel like it, hot topics. next. Okay. But right now we dealing with us, right? We dealing with who we are. Yes, we are family across the USA. Yeah, I ain't see my boy Ty. He from Cali too. It's been a minute. I gotta check in. What's up, Monty? What's going on? Spirit, give me a message. Professional assistance. Now, this that came out. This is the second time this has come out. So if some of y'all are not asking for help, professional assistance, it's time. It's okay to accept assistance, right? It says it may be time to seek wise counsel. This could be in any life area, from legal or financial advice to more personal needs such as counseling or therapy. This is the second card that says that. Um, one of the things I was sharing, well, I always share with this with people. So, in my lifetime, I've owned a couple houses, right? Different times, right? And the first book I read about that was Rich Dad Poor Dad. Now, there's a lot of controversy about him, the writer of that book and his stuff. I don't really care about that. I read that book in the '90s, late '90s, and because of how he broke some things down for us back then in layman's terms, it helped us make certain choices, right? So one of the first things I noticed he wrote in that book that was significant to me is that when you seek advice, seek it from a professional that has the expertise that you need, right? So you don't go to a plumber asking about accounting. You don't go to accounting asking about plumbing. You don't go to a gynecologist to ask about, you know what I'm saying, prostate. You go to the professional that has the advice that you are looking and searching for. Your mother or your father may not have all the answers, right? So you're going to have to go outside of your loop and go check with somebody who knows what they're talking about in the field or the interest that you have. So keep that in mind. And now some people need therapy because that's the second card that resonates with that. So if you need counseling, go seek a counselor, go talk to somebody. Tell me more, spirit. I remember when 23 years ago. Well, no, it'll be 23 years ago soon. I had not pregnancy loss, but I had what they call preterm labor. I don't talk about it a lot, but it happened, right? And for the first time in my life, somebody recommended a therapist afterwards. So, my child was born on the 21st of June and lived 21 hours. He was a preemie, okay? So he came too soon, and we had a loss, right? So the doctor who sat by my side told me, he said, you made all the right choices, from the epidural to the whatever. He said, you did everything right. There's nothing you could have done more. And I'm sorry. And he gave me this card to this lady. And she was a therapist, a licensed therapist for specifically losses like mine, similar areas of that, right? So I was so glad that I took him up on that and I reached out, and me and my husband as a family, we went. I needed that. I was like, this is the most painful thing I've ever been through in my life outside of my grandparents dying. I had never, well, no, my bad. I've had several losses, but this, when a loss of a child is more personal than you can explain, right? It's hard to compare. And I needed somebody who understood that. And I'm glad that I took the opportunity to do so versus sitting in some pain and not processing it, because I wouldn't be able to talk about it right now had I not went to see her. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the condolences. Appreciate it. But that's, what I mean, those are tremendous things that we have now. All of the other losses that I had, from best friend to grandparents or whatever, I probably should have went to see somebody then, but no one suggested it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know, and I was still very young. So one of those things, that was the best thing I ever did for myself. And I'm so glad I did it. You know what I mean? Oh, thank y'all. Oh, I love you guys. Thanks for being my family. My extended family. Love you guys. Thank you. All right, tell me more, Spirit. We never know what somebody is experiencing. You know what I'm saying? Like we never know. Um Today I had a parent. Now y'all know I tell y'all every now and then I work with children, but I try to work with and advocate for parents too. And a mother cried on the phone with me tonight, and she apologized. I was like, "Don't you dare apologize for that," because the school was telling her how delayed her child was. And we talked about some things. I hope I get to meet her to suggest some things, because there were some underlying things that I asked her about that were going on with that child that weren't academic, but it could impact her academics, like her food, her diet, her digestion, stuff like that. And so she said, "You know what, I was going to do that, like I was going to get her a probiotic. I was thinking about this." I was like, check in with her, because it sounds like there may be something else that will impact how she processes information. We got to look into, a lot of us, all, including adults, we have to be mindful of what we put in our bodies and how it impacts our brains. Like that vagus nerve, I think it's vagus, but anyway, is a nerve from your brain to your stomach. Now, we have three brains in our bodies. It's our brain, our heart, and our stomach. And they're all connected, how we think, how we move. You know what I'm saying? So you might need to seek a therapist, but some of y'all just need to eat better. You know what I'm saying? Cut out the fast food. Watch what you buy too. You know what I'm saying? So much processed crap. That red dye 40 or whatever they call it, and them other dyes that's in there that impacts our behavior. And you know what I'm saying? Look into those things, because and that might require going to a naturopathic doctor and just sit down. Hey, can you do some blood work? You know what I'm saying? Can you break down if I'm eating the right things, if I'm doing the right things? Because it could be impacted. It could be why you sluggish, why you tired all the time. You know what I'm saying? Why you not sleeping well. Look into things like that. Right now, we in this mode of let's take care of ourselves, right? We can't be good for nobody else until we take care of us. You eating on the street all the time, it's time to cut that mess out. It's time to learn how to cook something, minimalize them ingredients, and eat properly. You know what I'm saying? It's time to learn what's going on with your blood pressure, what's going on with your stomach, what's going on with your sugar. I OD'd last summer, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I OD'd on Starbucks. I was addicted to the points. I had to cut that shit out. They was like, "Oh, you pre-diabetic." I know you lying. I'm not about to get on that medicine. I had to switch it up. Dropped like 10 pounds as soon as I stopped drinking it. I was like, "Ooh, the devil is a lie." You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what direction I was heading if I had just kept up that addiction. You get what I'm saying? So we never know what's affecting us until we pause, stop back, look. And sometimes we need warnings along the way to keep us, you know what I'm saying, um, aware. And I feel like going to the doctor, getting blood work or whatever, that was my, red flag. That was my red flag. Like, you better turn that corner before you turn a corner you don't want to go down. You know what I'm saying? Yes, parasites too. Yup. And bitters, y'all. We took up bitters. Now, I mean, I'm half Jamaican, okay? So I've always known about bitters and managed water and sea moss and all of that stuff, because on that side of the family, that's what we did. But and on my American side, it could be castor oil, clean out and shit like that. We need to get back to the old ways of purifying our body from all the toxins in this environment that we're taking in, because we can't avoid it all, but we do need to flush it out when we can. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that bad. Just hold your breath, suck it down, and rinse it down with something. You be all right, Lati. It ain't it don't taste good, but I guess me, if I know it's good for me, I'm gonna get it down my throat. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it down my throat. You gotta chase it with sea moss. Tell me more, spirit. Discovery. It says new ideas, people, or opportunities may be coming your way. While there is still work to do to reach your goal, you may discover new strengths, passions along the way. Yo, when you start focusing on yourself and especially your spirituality, but even your body, it's like what I know is like we unlock new levels when we lock in with ourselves. Okay? So like on a spiritual path, I always knew my intuition was strong. And I trusted, I would say 90% of the time. So when I didn't, I kind of got that little bite back, like aha, pop, pop. And I'm like, ooh, ooh, yep, next time I'm going with my first mind. That was my intuition talking. And then, I picked up tarot along the way, right? And tested it out, made sure that my readings felt accurate to my clients and things, or even to myself, but mostly to my clients, right? And then I started realizing, oh, I'm unlocking new levels now. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing hearing things a certain way. I'm seeing things a certain way, smelling things a certain way. Dreaming about stuff super deep. You know what I'm saying? When you start working on you, your craft, who you are, you start unlocking new levels, whether it's education, whether it's a craft that you're into, a hobby, whatever, you unlock new levels. Yes. He said purify yourself in Lake Minnetonka. Ah, let me find out. You channeling Prince tonight. Okay. Tell me more, spirit. Oh. Ah, release judgment. I'm gonna take that. Hold on. It says release judgment. Holding on to judgment, whether of yourself or others, only clouds your vision. Release it and see the world in your path with clearer eyes. So release judgment, y'all. Ah, why do they scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Yes, he's a Gemini. His birthday day before mine. I miss me some Prince. That's the one person I wish I had gotten to see in concert that I didn't get to see. Tell me more, spirit. Oh, well, I gotta say my thing, my spiel. What is it? Like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Ring the bell. I gotta remember to say that. And that way you notify every time I come on. Thank you for coming, y'all. I appreciate y'all being in the building with me. Tell me more. Yes, that is one of the classics, legendary. Wisdom. You've been here before and you know what to do, yet you're fearing disappointing others. The wise choice may not be the popular choice, but choose for the highest good in this situation. You know what? That's in a challenge and a lesson. So that's also what your person is dealing with. Um, shut up, Marty. What up, Ralph? What up? So, you might have been here before with somebody but spirit is redirecting you from their energy. Spirit is telling you to call your energy back from whomever this is in your life that you've been in a cycle with before. You know what I'm saying? Call your energy back. It is no need for discussion. It is no need to rehash anything. It's no need to get yourself worked up, triggered, none of that. Wisdom. You've been here before. So let's put it this way. If you're in a situation with somebody, maybe they cheated on you or something like that, and you lack trust with them. Maybe they just lied to you about whatever. You lack trust. Trust that. Trust that. That's the wisdom. The wisdom is not getting caught up in any illusion or delusion that they are going to show up different than they already are. If they are, they do. If they don't, they don't. Focus on you. You know what? MS, yes. I don't know if I said it right, so forgive me if I didn't. But you're right. When you hear things a certain way, see things, yeah, and it will make you feel on your own self that you might be a little special until you get confirmation of what you felt. Like for example, I was with somebody yesterday. I didn't know. I didn't know them from a can of paint, but they were next to me, right? And I kept hearing Spirit said, they're artists, they're artists. Ask them if they're an artist. And I was like, no. I mean, why? Why would I do that? They said, ask them if they're an artist. So I said, excuse me, sir, are you an artist? And he said, yes. I said, oh, really? What kind of art? What kind of art do? He said, well, I'm a makeup artist, special effects, photography, and I forgot what the last thing he said. And I was like, really? And then I heard Spirit say, and tell him to keep going. Don't stop. Tell him to keep going. So I said, oh, okay. I said, well, my spirit guides are screaming at me, tell you to keep going. So whatever you're thinking or whatever's going on, don't stop. And he said, you know what? I needed that. I needed that because he said, oh, because I've been in a slump recently and it's just been hard. And I said, well, they're encouraging you to keep going. So I just had to give you that message real quick. He was like, thank you so much, you know, and we parted ways or whatever. But I'm hearing this in my head. And the confirmation was him validating what I heard because Spirit told me to say something to him. I didn't want to say it because I mean, he's a stranger danger. I don't know. I didn't want to say it, but Spirit was like, ask him again. Like I Okay, so I finally said, okay, then what? And then when he responded, they said, tell him to keep going. So that conversation I heard in my head was spirit guide, could be his spirit guides telling me to give him that message because he was probably about to give up on who he was authentically to go do something else. I don't know, maybe he is already doing something else, but they don't want him to um um lose his talent or be discouraged in what he was doing, that something else could, what I'm saying, be a result from that. I don't know what the reason was. I don't know him, so I'm not going to see him again more than likely, but ultimately the message was for him. You know what I'm saying? Tell me more, spirit. All right. And the likely outcome. Trust in yourself. You've got this. You've worked hard to get this far. I feel like this message is for him, but this is Spirit's way of confirmation. It says you've got this. You've worked hard to get this far. You have the ability to create the things you desire. Learning to trust in yourself and your abilities will take you to your highest timeline. Like if you live your authentic self and you work on yourself and what it is that you want to be or what it is that you want to do, and you trust I'm going to get there by doing me, you will get there. You will get what it is you're looking for. You'll be doing what you want. I learned as a kid that, and this was conflictual to the messages I was getting from home, but they said do what you love to do every day so it never feels like work. And this was coming from engineers from Bell Atlantic, AT&T Labs, and what's the other one? Lucent Technologies, right? They used to volunteer with us, and that was their mantra. And I was like, okay, but I'm supposed to go to college and get a job, so I don't know what you mean by do what I love. What? I don't even know what I love. At least at the time, I didn't know. And they were like, yeah, do that, and I will never forget it because it just wasn't resonating with me. Get out. Can you get out? Can you? Huh? Oh. Oh. Okay. That's why you should turn it into a TikTok. It'll let you upload. But she might not have been able to open. Later. Anywho, sorry about that. Um, yeah, that was a conflictual message I was getting from home. I grew up with the message, just go get a job. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, what's the bottom of the deck? What's the bottom of the deck? Courageous heart. It says it takes courage to follow your heart, especially when the path is unknown. Your heart knows the way. Trust it and let it lead you to your true destiny. That's the thing. You got to decide, and then you got to be courageous. This goes for relationships too, y'all. But I'm all in for, we don't go through like, well, let me reel it back so I can make it make sense. Courageous heart means you have to trust the path that you're on. You know, there's an interracial couple called the Loveless, I think they were called. And they were persecuted, but they persevered and still remained together in spite of it being unlawful for them to be together, right? They had courageous hearts because they chose each other. Now, it was almost like a modern day Romeo and Juliet in the sense that it was two people coming from two different factions and deciding that they were going to love each other regardless of the consequences of that. A lot of people have to make those type of choices, but a lot of people won't. They'll choose the friend group, or they'll choose the family group, or they'll choose the person that the family wants them to be with, right? The chosen bride or groom, instead of choosing themselves and living authentically with that person. And if you have somebody in your life who is that person and they can't choose you because everybody else takes precedence over their decisions for themselves, then you gotta do what we've been talking about all night long, y'all. Choose you. Nobody's gonna choose you the way you choose you, period. And if you got somebody that's going to bat for you, then this ain't even a question. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I just wanted to throw some Palo Santo on here. But ultimately, we are talking tonight about, regardless, choose yourself. When it comes to people who cannot choose you because of the choices in the family and all the pressures or whatever, you gotta let them be. You gotta let them be. You know, a lot of people will tell you, you know, or I would say, I'm gonna speak specifically to tarot readers. This person coming back, you know, we talk about that. They coming back, they coming back, they coming back. And to do what? To waste your time some more? To do what? What are they coming back for? So Spirit said, get very clear on your boundaries, okay? Because any and everybody that might be coming back may not resonate with you by the time they get back. Okay, because if you are in this energy that we talking about right now, you loving on yourself and you're putting yourself first, and you got your boundaries in place, and you realize who you are, you will not accept anything less. You will not accept them coming back to you in the same way that y'all parted for the same reasons y'all parted. You will not accept a mere little apology, I guess, or, you know, I say little in that it's only words and it's no change behavior. You will not accept manipulation because you have your self-worth intact. You won't even get excited on an offer with somebody whose whole life and circumstances have not changed a bit. They haven't worked on themselves. They haven't poured into themselves. I'm not clear. What? Yes, you got to meet and learn me again. Oh my God. So if you don't know, in the spiritual lounge, my people do not play about this channel, about me, about our spirit guides, about this whole collective. We do not play over here. Okay. I don't even have to say the word because y'all already know. And I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Lati, for getting in that and handling that. Because what we not about to do is disrupt. It's right, Michelle, at all. We don't play uh the disruption game. We don't play that distraction game. You know that game where people play with you and they ask you a question to deflect and confuse you. We're not doing that. Mm-mm. I wasn't even. I just happened to look like what, and it was like done, taken care of. So thank you, thank you. I love you, girl. And you already know I'm a straight crash out, so it is what it is. But yeah, so let's move that energy along, right? We're gonna push that aside and we're gonna keep that going because we're not going to disrupt the energy, right? Yes, okay. Miss Detroit, excuse me, is in the building. We know Detroit don't play. That's where my stepdaddy was from, Detroit. I know that y'all don't play the radio, okay? But man, listen. Uh-oh, here we go. We got another one, y'all. I don't know what you mean, Kamari. Read the pinned comments, Kamari. That'll let you know when you can ask those type of questions. And we're not on that right now. Now I gotta figure out which deck I was getting ready to pull. Oh, money moves. So yeah. So Kumar, you might want to stick around for this. Cause we getting ready to talk money anyway. Yes, that's right. Don't disturb this groove. Ah, time for me and you. I know this because I'm getting the messages about there's another person who wants to win you back, but your only guidance in this reading and the downloaded messages, just focus on yourself right now. This person can't win you back if there's nothing in their life has changed. You know what I'm saying? We all know, and we've been very uh clued into the fact that an apology without change is manipulation. I don't care what you call it. You can say sorry. You can go back to the same life that you have, and that's fine. But what was the sorry for? What was the apology for? You just need to absolve yourself. Okay, let's be clear. But it does not require a reconciliation or anything like that, right? But if that's what they're looking for and nothing in their life has changed, then do nothing but manipulation. Nothing but. All right. All right, let's talk about money, spirit. Love life. Okay, we trying to talk about money. We got love life. Free from problems and money troubles. Enjoy the passions of love. Okay, love and be loved. Honestly, I feel like what I said earlier, what I got from these cards earlier is that the more authentic you are, the more you will bring in authentic love, right? Regardless of what has been done to you in the past, now you are your new you, and you will attract those that can love you mutually. And I do feel like this is the more like the what you call it energy, the likely outcome, right? That's what I'm saying. All that coming back and saying, I've changed and I'm different. What actually is different? They should be able to prove it to you what's different. They not just say it, show you. If they can't show you and show and prove, they ain't gonna do nothing but take you on another cycle. Period. You know, listen, they phone number the same, they address the same, the people they live around the same, the people they hang around possibly the same. You know what I'm saying? The job they got might have changed. That's it. What actually changed? What is different? Hmm? Oh, you got feelings. You got a little bit more feelings than you had in the past. Oh, okay. Well, that's good for you. Tell me more, spirit. We got money tree. Ching 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 goes the money tree. It says dreams come true. You will get what you have long desired. Ooh. So collective. We got some money coming. We got some money. All right. Tell me more, Spirit. And we got resources. What? So Spirit said basically, because there's some, okay, let me keep flowing. It says, be grateful for what you have and save something for the future. Use wisely and as needed. But you know what I heard as I was reading it was, be grateful for what you have and you will have more to be grateful for. I promise you that's how it works. It's magic. When you are grateful for what you have, and I mean sincerely grateful, not going through turmoil, not going through stress. When you are grateful for what you have for the present day, that moment in time, you end up having more to be grateful for. You will surprise yourself. Tell me, telling you. Tell me more, Spirit. Yes, man. I sometimes I'll be dealing with some stuff and I feel it about to bring me down, and I'm like, you know what? Nope. I'm good right now. I got this. I ain't hungry. I got a roof over my head. I'm not struggling. I know what's coming next, kind of thing. Like I'm okay. I am grateful. And then poof, something show up. I'll be like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it take you to go there to get there, but it will happen. Tell me more, Spirit. All right, it says alchemy, using witchcraft, occult, and learning God's secrets transform the situation. You know, learning God's secrets is merely prayer. That's God's secret and God's answer to pray. You know what I'm saying? So some people use witchcraft and occult. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they do what they got to do. You know, there's right hand path, left hand path, to each his own. Okay. But the power of prayer, the power of gratitude, is sometimes all you ever need. What I find to be true about, well, this is my opinion, ritual is just energetic manifestation. Um, um, well, ritual, yeah, but like action that you take to manifest, right? So if somebody says, and this is all over the internet, put salt on your name, or you know how they say sprinkle salt, not salt, yeah, salt or cinnamon at your doorstep to bring in money, things like that. When they tell you to do that, that's just you putting in energy to manifest what you want. But your prayers, your intentions, that is the strongest mix. That is the sauce, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what creates the whole recipe, or so to speak. All the intentions you put behind that, all that energy and effort you put behind that brings it in. You could think that, say thank you, it is done, and it just still happened. Tell me more, Spirit. So collective, yes, so collective energy is the people that come to the channel, John, and you listen to the message. If it resonates with you, or if you decide that you like the channel and you subscribe and you come on and you join us and you listen to the messages, you are my collective. Whoever is hearing the message, if it resonates with you, you are considered a collective. If it don't resonate, you don't have to take it, right? You don't take what don't resonate. I'm not putting any story on you or anybody. This is only for those it resonates with, but it can be entertaining for you. You're welcome. We welcome anybody here that could come here and not be disrespectful. Tell me more, Spirit. All right, it says wisdom. That's the second time we got wisdom out here. So Spirit, we really want you to use wisdom. It says insight into the nature of physical objects gives you foresight. Into the insight into the nature of physical objects. Use your best judgment. Well, we are talking about money. We are talking about money. I'm sorry, I ain't showing you all. But here, this wisdom, and that's what is clarifying. Yeah. Um, this person might need to, what is that? Hold on. Yeah, you might not be you might not be taking the popular choice, but you're doing what's best for the greater good. You know what I'm saying? So wisdom is key. Insight to the nature of physical objects gives you foresight. You know, sometimes when I don't know for y'all, but when I look at a picture of somebody I've never met and somebody will show it to me, I'm like, oh, I could, a lot, not all the time, but most times, I could see the character in that person. They could be hilarious and have a straight face in that picture. And I'm like, yo, this person is a jokester. And I will read that, but I'm using the object at that time. But anyway, I don't know why that is saying that on that card. Excuse me. But wisdom, spirit is saying, use wisdom, use your intuition. Okay. Be careful what you choose over other things too. Because let's just say you want a car, right? And if you are in these United States right now, you know that car prices are going up about 6 grand. So finding a car that's a reasonably priced car is going to be a major challenge. It's already challenging, but it's about to be more of a major challenge. And you got to be really creative in finding that. I found some ideas I haven't tested yet, but I am, and when I do, I'll let y'all know how it go. But you gotta be wise. So you want, let me just say you want the Porsche because you think you can afford a Porsche, but maybe you get priced out of that Porsche by the time these tariffs go into place, right? How badly do you want it? Is it wise to do that right now? Did you think about repair costs? Should something go wrong with the car? Can you afford it? Like you might want the thing, but is it a wise choice? Apply it on a physical level. Does it make sense? Is the money mathing? No? Okay, then you need to reevaluate. But that's called wisdom. That's called thinking. That's called knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Like you really got to think stuff through. You can't be running around here on some old reckless type energy. Not now. It ain't wise to do that right now. Shoot. And let's see. Gambling. Yeah. Wow. It says this is the bottom of the deck. Excessive gambling can have dangerous consequences. Don't risk too much. You cannot be going around here being reckless, pouring your money in, trying to take major risks and major loss if you don't have it like that. It's time to use your, what I'm saying, wisdom and discernment. Them reckless games we played as children, that's over. Nobody got it like that. I honestly don't think so because look, the crypto people is starting to struggle because they having losses. The stock market keep crashing. We don't have it to play high stakes games. It's a little bit better to well, a lot better to play it safe at the moment, to get prepared for what's inevitable right now because we know some more things are coming down the pipe. You don't need it, stop buying it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just collect shit. If you got some shit, sell it or throw it away. If it's just shit, it ain't nothing you using, whatever. Like we got to use more discernment when it comes because we got resources, we got money coming, alchemy, all of that's here. But Spirit is saying, in order to have all of those things, you must use wisdom, and that's the challenge with some people. That's the challenge with some people, and that's why it's clarifying itself. Some people don't like to use wisdom. They want to just do what they want to do. They just want to be reckless. They just want to live their life. That's an adult. No, I'm sorry, a child in an adult body who had no discipline growing up because they don't think about the consequences of their actions. We ain't got time for none of that. That will deplete your resources. Okay, that will deplete any wealth you could build when you're not slowing yourself down and using wisdom and discernment. Okay. This is why you'll see on this YouTube's university, I call it sometimes, is like you'll see more families uh showing their lifestyle because they know they can make money together as a family. It's hard out here for folks to eat. So they'll put their whole life online just for other people to see, get that advertising dollars and make some money. People are on QVC and TikTok. Okay, now now QVC trying to get on TikTok too, which don't make no damn sense. You got Amazon trying to mimic TikTok with all the products and stuff because everyday people have turned to showing everyday people what they can do with themselves and making some money. Wisdom. You got to use what resources you have to do the best that you can so that you can survive in this world because things are changing, right? We can't do reckless. And I'm looking at the top of this deck when I turned around. It says, be mindful with your money, honey. Who are you giving your money to? What are you giving your money to? It says, are you spending above your means? I just talked about that with the car, right? Avoiding the reality of your bank account. Shopping to numb any negative feelings or pain. It may be time to clean up your relationship with money. Let go of fear and shame surrounding your around your finances and take responsibility for your future today. Any unwise, there we go with the wisdom. Any unwise decisions you've made in the past are behind you. Seek guidance where needed and keep the big picture of your financial well being in mind. Remember, money saved is money earned. So, look, you know, we have all kinds of friends in our life. If you have multiple friends like me, you got all kinds of friends in your life. And I have my spiritual friends, my praying friends. You know what I'm saying? I got my bullshit friends. We just kick it, ha ha, kiki, hot topics. We just laughing. You know what I'm saying? I got some that are more well rounded about everything. I got my money friends, that the ones that got investments that will tell me, don't do this, do that. Try this, try that. You know what I'm saying? This will make you that. This will make you that. Matter of fact, one of them was just on here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to take their expertise and guidance because they live what they may be recommending. That's what, that wisdom comes from, is also knowing who to go to. What we talked about earlier before wisdom even came out was knowing who and what has what so that we get what we need. I'm not going to my accountant to talk about gynecology. I'm not going to do it. My accountant deals with numbers. Let them do what they do, right? I'm going to go talk to a doctor in gynecology if that's my concern and issue. I'm not going to and let me just say this because it just is on the tip of my tongue, but car dealers don't sell cars, they sell loans. Okay? They want to get you in debt. And I promise you, because I got 2 payments left on one of my cars. And then they call the same dealer I got it from is like, I see you got 2 payments left. Bitch, I don't want one of them cars. Not what you got. But anyway, I digress. You got to know the industry you're dealing with and whatever. So when it comes to money, study your target, whatever that is. You want to sell something, you want to Shopify it, analyze that first. Break it down. Don't go head first into everything because right now we know that the markets are shifting. Be careful. Use wisdom and discernment. Okay? Trust your gut, trust your intuition, but also do your due diligence, which means study your craft, whatever it is. Take your time. Don't rush nothing. Okay? And don't be gambling. Okay, so this guru said if you give me 15K, I'll guide you. I'll walk you through this process. I'll make sure you got all this, and that. I'll hold your hand. Okay. Well, show me your reviews, show me successful partners, and show me acquisitions that you've gotten. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing free. So if I'm gonna invest, show me what my investment look like. Mm-mm-mm. Yes. Lati. Yep. Yep. Imani, shop within your means. What you can afford. If you can't, don't get it. Yep. Nothing free. Y'all, I don't know if y'all noticed, and I feel like it might have been Black Cherry. No, I don't think I sent it. I think I sent it to you. I don't know. Or maybe she sent it to me. I don't know. But there was a meat container that rolled up on the beach in Jamaica. And there was a sister. I had not heard about it until the sister said, listen, I'm going to talk to your people, tell them don't eat that meat that just freely rolled up on the beach and was easy to open and access this meat. Don't just eat that meat. You got to use your discernment. The colonizers did give the Indians those blankets with smallpox in it, didn't they? I'm just saying. We got to learn from history. We got to use wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Everything that, every gift horse got a secret. And we got to know what that is. What's in it for them? When I was in business classes, they say you got to know the WIFM. And I'm like, WIFM? What is that? It's an acronym. What's in it for them? Know who you doing business with and what they want out of you before you enter that contract with that person or that entity. Know what they want. What's in it for them. Also, you when you're doing business discussions, what do you offer that's a benefit to them, especially when you asking for services. It's two sides to it, y'all. It's two sides. But anyway, what was I about to pull out? I think that's it, y'all. The message is pretty clear. It's all about yourself. There's a love coming, though. I will say this. I don't know why, but here it is. Spirit is saying somebody want to be with you, and I'm feeling like this is 5D right now, not yet 3D. It says loved and be loved. Well, you know what? And I feel also that the more you love in yourself, the more it goes back to what I said about being authentic. The more you love yourself, the more you're going to attract love to you. The right kind of love, the love that you can stand, the love that you ain't got to refuse because it's coming with strings attached or it's coming with some stuff that sound like love but ain't quite love. You know what I'm saying? You will attract authentic love the more you authentically love yourself. Period. Point blank. So whatever love is coming is probably you loving you. And if somebody knows how to show up differently in your energy, then you know what? Use your discernment and move ahead. Move forward. Because it says, free from problems and money troubles. Enjoy the passions of love. Love yourself. Right. Like you said, yep. What is their intentions and desires? Ain't nobody, because we ain't got time for that. Not this collective. We ain't doing that. Shoot. I wish. I don't wish nothing, but I'm just saying, like, I got time for the okie doke. I'm a whole high priestess. I know when somebody's playing with me. I know when they trying to overtalk me around me. I'm gonna tell you, I had a parent that wanted to sign up for a class I'm offering. I have a teacher that's teaching it. And then she reneged, but she paid part of it and she reneged on the rest saying her schedule, her schedule, her schedule. She is full of shit. And she just kept trying to talk to me in a flattering way. And I'm just, because she knew I was heated. Like, you play games, it's not a sample class, and you owe that money. But I did not raise up on her like I wanted to for the sake of her child. Like, that's the only thing that got me to stand down from reading her to filth. But I know that I won't compromise with nobody like that because you know what I'm saying, that was playing with my business. And that's, people have tried it so many different angles, but all they don't realize when they try to get over, you just teaching me how to not let somebody play with me. You get what I'm saying? Like, you didn't really get over on me because you're going to lose out in the end. but you teach me. I'm going to be able to use that wisdom from that interaction with you because you play with me. She said, I'm allergic to the beard. I know you are. You're a whole high priestess out here. You cannot, people feel like they could come talk circles around your head. You know what I'm saying? They want to sweet you, fast talk you, take you fast type energy. It don't work like that. Not when you've grown into your self-worth. It don't work like that no more because you are different. And things that used to get with you before don't get with you no more. No, it don't. And now when you start reading energy, you start picking up on a signal real quick. Now, I will say this, that situation kind of happened fast initially because she was so excited. So I went with it. I was like, all right, and I wrote down, I said, this is what you owe. She knew what time it was. She knew. And the husband had given her the clear, like, nah, don't worry about it. I'll do it. I'll do this part. I'll do that part. But she didn't. I had to tell her tonight. She came in there sitting next to her child, like she was trying to help her with something. The girl didn't want to be bothered. I was like, yo, leave her alone. And normally I wouldn't say nothing, but I was like, you doing too much. It's like, you doing too much. No, she asked me to help him. She don't realize I was sitting there watching him the whole time. That little girl was like, I'm good. Stop. You doing too much. So she did leave. I ain't got no problem letting it be known. Like, you doing too damn much. The fuck? Shit. Yeah, I'm sitting there watching her. And then the teacher was like, I didn't even see that. I was like, yeah, I peeped the whole thing. Oh, she was asking me to help her. No, she wasn't. You was being nosy. You still want to take the class, but you ain't want to pay. Well, guess what? You're not going to get this class unbothered. Leave her alone. It's out of house. That's not how it works. I was there pissed, but I was like, nah, I ain't going to be mad. I'm just going to speak my piece and then I'll be all right. Which I did. Anywho, I thank y'all all for coming, rocking with me. I appreciate y'all. Let's see, what's tonight? Monday. I'll be back tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. You know how we do. Thursdays, Sundays, live donation readings if you would like. The Cash App and information will be available at that time. Yeah, I feel like I will be gearing up to do some pre-recorded. So I hope that y'all start going to check the pre-recorders when I start uploading again. But in the meantime, I want to appreciate y'all for coming tonight. Please like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell. That way you're notified every time I come on. I'm going to bid you adieu this evening, but I will see you again mañana. Or not in the morning. Tomorrow. All right? Peace.